Okay, you're real good on security, but I think we're okay, big guy. Okay, I gotta feed the worms. We gotta feed the worms. You gotta stop. Hello, friends. We're a little late to the party. We got Wally here on security, and it's been a minute since we have last fed the worms. In fact, it's been almost 10 days, technically. But that happens. But the worms are going to be just fine. We're going to get them some watermelon. I actually defrosted this yesterday with the intention of feeding, and then that didn't happen. So here we are the next evening. So we're going to just go right into the bin and see how they're all doing. Yo, Wally. It's like what's on the menu. Tonight is more watermelon rinds, obviously, which is why Wally's here. Hello, Wally. Because that's what I have. And I have other food frozen, but the watermelon rinds take up a lot of space. Now, I feel like we've been playing a little bit of hot potato with the worms a little bit. Not hot potato, but just we've been doing a lot of moving around and rearranging. Excuse me, Wally. Hello. Hi. Hi. You're still real cute, but I need to get to the worms, big guy. Okay. Okay, friends, we'll be right back. I gotta pet this puppy. All right. My live audience is Wally this evening. Hello, Wally. Okay, so we were back over here working on our worms, and like I was saying, it's kind of been a weird, not weird, but we've just been moving a lot of worms around. We've been getting stuff going out to the hot frog. So I wanted to just take this opportunity to just check in across the board on all of them really quick. Make sure they're all doing okay. The very, very, very bottom is tier 1. And we're still going through with this no coconut core bin. And I know you can't see it. Bear with me. I'm just double checking my notes. I said last time we fed them, like I said almost 10 days ago, we fed them in the middle. And at least I put it at my notes. So I think that's probably true. And we are a little bit of a low lighting situation here this evening. So bear with me. But I don't really see any watermelon left. So they're clearly doing all right. I think I see like a little maybe piece of the rind. Not much. Not much. So I do see some worms though. So that's good. So what I'm going to do is we're going to feed on this right hand side. And then we'll just feed around this perimeter right here. Now, this tier has been going about a month or, no, I guess it's probably closer to 2 months now. So it's been going pretty well, I think, all things considered. I'm going to go ahead, and there's a lot of juices. I know you guys can't see, so I'll show you in a second. I just wanted to make sure I get a good grip on this. Wally's helping. Oh, Wally. My big guy. Okay. Thank you, Wally. Here's Wally. He's like, hey, is there watermelon? Yeah, he loves the watermelon. I'm going to go ahead and just use one of these slightly dirty paper towels. And I'll go ahead and show you guys what we're doing here. We're just going to lightly cover some of the watermelon. Not even all the way, like just a little bit. And then we're going to cover it with our bedding because that's more helpful, I think, than a paper towel, honestly. So, boom. Tier 1, fed. Let's get up to the next tier. Tier 2, I'm most interested to see what's going on because this is the one that I think I labeled as a burrito feeding down the middle. So I anticipate if we can see some worms right now in this low lighting, that's where they'll be. Although I suppose they could have dispersed at this point looking for more food. But really what I'm looking for at this point is just to see, is there even any watermelon still here? And the answer is no. No, there's not. So what I'll do is I'll just do the same what we did below. And we're going to just pull gently, but I suppose firmly over here. Oh, wait, what's this? Oh, wait, that was just a piece of toilet paper roll. Okay. So we're going to just move some of these gently over. Okay, then we're gonna do the same thing over here pretty much. And we're gonna feed them the same way we did the tier below. And this isn't a huge watermelon piece or quarter that I had frozen previously and it's going in here, but I know the other tiers that are going to be involved are a little bit more later population than these, I think. So I'm gonna, or at least some of them is. So we'll just recover that. Boop, boop, boop. All right, there we go. Tier 2, quick feeding, done. So this is tier 4, the tier that we were sort of baiting worms out of previously. So there's not as many worms as there once were in here, but there's definitely still worms. So what I'm going to do, because this tier is pretty much done, but there's just worms still in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit of watermelon over here, like just the tiniest amount, and that way we can hope to bait some of the worms over here and hopefully bring them out of their current tier and push them into a new tier. And I'm talking like very, very little amounts here. I don't know if you can tell, but there's literally just a few pieces of watermelon. So what I'm going to do, because this is already mostly processed castings in this tier as it is, I'm going to cover it a little bit better than the other ones that I've been haphazardly covering. And then, boop, here we go. Tier 4, fed. We're going to get to our last tier here in just a second, but from a renter mess check, this is the dirt pile from this week, which would be a lot easier if my hands weren't already dirty, but that's all. Nothing crazy. So if you're a renter like me, you're worried about the mess, don't be. It's not that bad. So this is tier 3, our newest tier, and actually I just realized it's going the wrong way around. So let me switch it real quick. So there's a decent number of worms that have been put in here. It's also just a very new layer. So there's almost, I would say, exclusively coconut or exclusively cardboard, but yeah, it's mostly cardboard except for the areas of I guess composter or a mix of blends from when I pulled worms from another tier and they literally got scooped in. So that being said, what I'm going to do is I'm taking this remaining few pieces, like I mean literally like the smallest little pieces of watermelon chunks, and just putting it in the right side. And there's a lot of juices in here, and I know moisture is always a concern, but I am pouring this in here because it's essentially sugar water for them, and they're gonna love it. And the moisture level in here is a little bit dry, generally speaking anyways, so I'm hoping that that will help balance things out. Now I'm gonna go ahead, I have a random Q-tip that I wanna try composting, and then I have a paper towel that I'm gonna cover that with. And then I'm gonna take this existing bedding in here, and we're gonna just put this over here, and we're just easing them in to this tier, right? Like we don't want them to be overwhelmed or anything, but I think this is technically like the first official feeding, so we're easing them in. They're still getting acclimated. This tier is getting this biome going, and this paper towel has been sitting on my little plate over here with my little scoop, so I figured it was time to refresh that. So we'll put that in just to start breaking down here. But that's it. Easy peasy feeding this week, and then tomorrow I'm hoping to check on the urban worm bag out on the patio, so make sure you're subscribed so you can see that update. It's also been a little bit since they have been fed, so I'm anticipating there won't be a lot of food in there, but we'll see. We'll see. There's a lot of changes going on, I think, out there just because of the number of worms that were put out there. They've had a lot of interesting feeding, so here's hoping there's no food tomorrow and we can feed them and all is well. Okay, friends, thanks for watching.